We're not in Mexico, and it's been a long time, I feel like, since I've woken up and put on a bathing suit. Guatemala has been so full of mountains, which is got a lot of pros and cons. One of the major pros is that it's way higher up in elevation, so it's been a lot cooler, which we're very happy about. We've kind of also just missed the water. So today, one of the coolest places we've been to in Guatemala so far, and we get to use our bathing suits.
It's really crazy in places like this. You don't really know any of these facilities are here because they all want to be hidden. So as you look behind me here, obviously there's a lot of people loading into what's a Latin American taxi, which is just a pickup truck where everybody jumps in the back. But looking here, you might see a couple of grass palapas, but it just kind of looks like somewhere where they might work on a truck or maybe like somewhere where you can park. But once you get inside, it's like entirely different.
So from the road, this place looks kind of like a gated driveway. But then you walk in, and within like the first 10 feet, this is your view.
Everything here is so beautifully landscaped. Even the bathrooms, like check this out. The bathroom is like a giant shell. How cool is that? I mean, probably the most impressive part is the little common area where they have the little restaurant and the bar and where everyone hangs out. We're gonna take you there right now.
How's it going? Good, how are you?
So as you can see behind me, there is this huge courtyard that has tons of seating for eating. This is their little kitchen here where you can order breakfast, lunch, or dinner. At dinner, they usually have like a big buffet or just some type of meal. It looks like tonight is Italian buffet for 65 quetzales, which is like $9. So it's not super cheap, but usually they give you a decent amount of food and it seems to be worth it. If any of you guys watched the Don't Stop Belizeing series, you know how many issues we've had with our hitch and our rack and all the other things associated with carrying the bike on the back of our van. So as we were driving in here 2 days ago, the roads are extremely bumpy, very choppy, and over some of the bumps where the bike like bounces up and down, I heard a big pang! And I was like, what was that noise? As I crawled underneath the van, I looked here at the front bolts. Nice and tight, everything's good. I looked here at the back bolts and the back bolts are missing. There's no, well, it's actually a nut like this one. Should go on the bottom of here like this, but there's no nut and there's no bolt. Same thing on the other side. Both of those bolts have sheared off. We just can't win. Absolute nightmare. The rack is still actually pretty steady, surprisingly. But I know that this will cause problems down the road if we don't get these bolts fixed. Alright, so we made it to Misc. That was a little bit of a white knuckle ride for Allie.
I love riding the bikes, but when it's gravel, dirt, steep roads like you just saw, for some reason it triggers something inside me and
Danger.
I just prepare, yeah, super danger, and I just prepare to die every single time. So terrifying. I'm so glad we're here.
But we made it.
But we made it.
Nobody died. So we just met Maria, who was selling fruit at the entrance, and we have 4 motorcycle helmets, and we're worried about people stealing the helmets or walking off with them, and so we were gonna carry the helmets on this hour-long hike, and then when we go swimming, we're gonna have to stash them somewhere. So
Stash
them. So we asked Maria, how much to watch 4 helmets? And she was like, 10 quetzales. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And she's like, 5 quetzales. I was like, okay, 5 quetzales. And then I felt bad, so I was like, we'll give you 5 now, and we'll give you 5 afterwards. Now we're climbing up to the mirador, which is Spanish for lookout point. We read somewhere that this hike was 1 kilometer of stair climbing. We've gone about 30 feet and I'm dying.
Blame it on the humidity, but we are pretty sweaty. However, it said it would take us 30 minutes to get up here to the lookout point. I was like 15. I'd say we're doing all right. We can't breathe, but we're doing all right. Been maybe like an hour and a half of hiking. It's super humid. It looks a little gray, but it hasn't rained yet. So I think we're gonna take advantage of this momentary lapse in the bad weather to soak in some cold water. We are all sweaty. We are ready for it.
Let's go. You guys ready to jump in? Let's do this. Of course, there's tons of fish. What do you think?
Oh, you should jump, dude.
Say good for the team. Allie's already in there, dude.
It's good?
Really good.
That means it's freezing.
Please be careful. What are you doing? Trent!
Alright, Allie. Oh! The sun is coming out! It's a great day. The fish are cleaning my feet. The sun came out. Oh, it tickles too bad. I can't handle it. The fish really drive me crazy. The ones that eat your feet, they like eat the skin off your feet. It's just not for me. It really freaks me out and like tickles really bad. I don't like it.
Pools felt so refreshing. Exactly what I needed after a long hike. Not even super cold, it was great.
It's really refreshing. Now we've got to come see if Maria kept our helmets safe, and we're gonna see what she's got cooking for lunch.
¿Qué tienes?
Costilla de cerdo. Ese es pollo al ajillo con ajo.
Only chicken and pork and vegetarian.
Wow.
Yeah, and rice.
Es mi
¿Es
favorita.
mejor de asado?
Sí, ese es más mejor.
Perfecto.
Yes,
Wow,
yes.
muchas gracias.
$5, well worth it. Pollo asada was really good.
Feels good to support the local community here, and it helps that everything is so delicious.
Generally, we go about 200 kilometers before we run out of gas, because when I ran out of gas the one time in Oaxaca, I was at like 210 kilometers on that tank. Right now, we're sitting at 240 kilometers. So hopefully we can go very slow and easy and we make it back to town where we can get some fuel.
That's enough. That's just bien.
Solo un poquitito.
¿Qué piensas?
Ya no hay combustible.
¿Es bueno para Lanquín?
Pues difícil, amiga. Cuando pones a la reserva, solo pues, 2-3 kilómetros nada más. Ahí.
2 or 3 kilometers in reserve.
Pero aquí a Lanquín, 11 kilómetros.
Dios mío.
Don't rev it up a lot.
Hasta Lanquín ahí.
He's saying we're only gonna make it 2 or 3 kilometers.
2 or 3?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what he said.
Well,
Let's see how far we can get. Hasta luego.
adios. Oh, Lanquín. Oh man, guys.
As you-
Now it's raining and then it's very slippery.
Yeah.
The motorbike and then like go and then it's very slippery.
Yeah.
You know it's too raining.
We tried to get as far as we could, but obviously this is some serious rain, so we're not going anywhere for a minute.
¿Cómo se llama?
Mary.
Mary. As soon as we left Smoke Champé, we start driving and it was pouring rain.
Look at this.
Look at this. Oh, oh, they're stuck. Oh. Everyone is getting stuck, and we were worried about dumping the bikes, running out of gas, obviously, but mostly just slipping around in the rain. So luckily we found a little shelter. We're hoping to wait out the rain, but even if it stops, the roads are gonna be soaking wet, which is not great for traction on these steep up and down hills. Adios!
Bye.
Adios!
This is what I call an adventure! It hasn't really dried up, but you can tell that the wet roads are not going to be as big of a problem as we thought. I think we're going to make it back as long as we don't run out of gas.
I'm white knuckling the whole thing. Squeezing my handlebars as hard as I can, so I'm freaking out.
We were coasting down some of those roads because we were afraid we were going to run out of gas. So it was kind of nice to get in a little bit of mountain biking for today, but very happy we just stopped and found this.
Very scary. No more fears, no more rain, no more running out of gas. Let's go back to camp and hang out. Well, there's a little plate the bolt has to go through, and the plate is stuck inside one of the beams of the frame. And no matter how much I tear up my knuckles and try to squirm in there to get it, I just cannot get it. It's very, very discouraging.
Are you helping, Frank? Are you helping, dog? Are you a good helper, boy? Yes. We were really worried that that was going to be a major problem because two of those bolts being broken means the hitch is not supported at all. Normally for something like that, we definitely would have needed to take it to a shop, but with a little bit of creativity and some resourcefulness, Trent was able to figure it out. We got the bolts in place, we got everything tightened the way it needs to be. I think we're in the clear for now. But Trent did awesome, like always. So happy to have him around to work on stuff like this, otherwise we know I'd be in some serious trouble if it were just me. So I think now he probably deserves a cold drink, maybe even a hot shower. We'll let him pick.
I just got done putting all the tools away, finishing up working on the hitch, and I was informed that I get a decision of a cold drink or a hot shower. And I'm filthy, I got skin, knuckles, and everything, so I'm actually gonna go take a hot shower, and then I'm gonna get a cold drink. So this is one of the dinner buffets we've got here. It's on Overlander, so we get to stay here. We also get to eat here. We have to pay for it every night. When you have a long day of having fun and adventuring and working on the van, the last thing you want to do is make dinner. So Allie's been editing. I've been catching up on emails. Now we're gonna eat some of this Italian buffet.
Guys, this is a lot of food, but huge salad, some pesto pasta with Alfredo sauce, there's lasagna hidden under there, and 2 slices of pizza. I'm a happy camper right now. It's been a crazy day. We got stuck in the rain. We made it to Misc Champagne. We even fixed the hitch today.
We had a lot go down today.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
And we have this big plate of carbs. So we're gonna probably pass out
Right
as soon as we're done eating
load
this.
up on tons of food. We want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, hit the notification bell.
We'll see you next
guys
time
on the next one.
Bye. Good night.